What's up, everybody? How about that tune? Haven't heard that one in a while.
We're in the eye of data.
Cheers. Good morning. That is our Andy Simmons rocking it out. I forgot we had that song to the mix. Back in Hurricane Sally days. Remember that? Ooh, that was a sneaky little storm. A lot of bad memories of that one. But we were tracking it. For sure. All right, so let's get this thing going. We are watching the Daily Brew here on Mike's weather page, and we are excited to see you. Let's say hi to little Hunter. We'll say our good mornings here this morning, and make sure everything's working on our little chat. So hey, this is our Glory, Ohio. Maria, sorry about that. You got some storms up that way. Morning, James. I saw my buddy Mel. What's up, Eric? How about the Rays coming back in the 10th inning? Here is our little guy Hunter. He's doing good. Had his surgery last Friday, and he is still kind of in recovery mode, but he's doing a lot better. We love him to death. He's the cutest little guy in the world. Fully grown. Can you believe this little guy is 2 years old? The smallest Frenchie on the planet. Good morning, Bill. How's it going? Like your little, how do they call those things? Your badges, I guess I should call them. Mary over on YouTube. Morning, Scott. What's up, Jeremy? Richard Reamer from Ocala. John Ferguson from the Caymans. What's up, my bicycle man? Hey, you be proud of me, John. I got the bicycle out. I haven't really rode it in a while, but I have been riding it. Trying to lose those 10 pounds I put on. Always 10 pounds. Yeah, Eric, our catcher, finally hit a home run, man. Brett Phillips had a home run, too. Barbara, what's up? Good morning. How's it going? What's up, Shelly? May the 4th. Yes, today is a big Star Wars day. I'm not really a Star Wars guy, though. But I do have a Star Wars picture for you. There you go. I had to find a Star Wars picture to celebrate May the 4th. I saw the first one when I was a kid. Return of the Jedi. I remember that. But I just kind of stopped watching them all. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not a TV guy. What's up, Richard? How's it going? What's up, Peggy? Loretta Reed, how you doing up there? What's up? So there you go, May the 4th. What? Whatever that means here. That was Starship crashing on the Blue Ridge Parkway. How about that? It's not a real picture. It's fake. Here's another picture for you. Let's leave this one up for a second. Marie, that's probably me too. We should have a Star Wars watch party and get caught up. Good morning, Jennifer. What's happening from Tarpon Springs? Hey, John, what's up, Mr. Apalachicola? We're going to be focusing a little bit on some stuff up that way here. Maybe, what are you doing, Hunter? He's up here. What are you doing? He's so funny. Oh, all right, so let's put you down. Oh, but we're so happy you're back. We missed you on Friday. Say bye, everybody. He looks funny without his collar on. We got to get his collar on. Sorry, buddy. He fell right over, little guy. That's okay. All right, so, hey, let's chat a little bit about weather. Danielle, you're going to be a hurricane. Yeah, we got the Bring It On shirt we've been showcasing. God, I get some people mad at me for saying Bring It On. What the heck, man? I got people that actually think that's offensive. Hey, if you're not prepared, Bring It On is the same thing as be prepared. This is Louis, by the way. So we are getting close to tropical season. So why do I have this picture up? All right, well, everybody knows we are big fans of ABC Fine Wine and Spirits here in Florida. They big supporters of our page, and Louis tired. But did you know that ABC was born in the 30s, right? 1930s. But you know what else was born in the 30s? Bootlegging. And you know what else started because of bootlegging? NASCAR. The first NASCAR drivers were bootleggers that would race around the dirt roads, chasing. They'd black out their headlights. They would actually tape up their headlights and taillights so the cops couldn't see them, or at least the taillights. And they would try to outrun the moonshine because it was illegal, prohibition. So I have a sneaky suspicion ABC was around them days, and maybe they had some bootleggers delivering some moonshine. So, but that was always fascinating to think that NASCAR was born by bootleggers because they were race car drivers on the dirt roads that learned to race, and they finally took it to the tracks. And Daytona used to be a dirt track, believe it or not. Half of the racetrack used to be on the sands at Daytona Beach. Little history for you. I always thought that was pretty neat that half the race was on. Mel McCoy, you chime in, right? Half of the race was on, what was it, US 1, A1A, and the other half was on the beach. The beach. All right. So it won't be long. This is our tropical update. We'll be talking mainly all tropics once the season gets going. See you, buddy. You know, when Louis was little, I used to do this to him all the time. He still lets me do it. Look at his paws. Cutest thing in the world is when dogs do their paws like that, isn't it? Look at that. He's just a good boy. I got to make sure he's not exposing himself. He's a good boy. All right, so it won't be long. Listen. So next week, holy cow, we got one more week before the season. May 15th, the NHC starts updating this daily map. Believe it or not, we're going to have this new map 4 times a day. Peggy, yeah, he feels a lot better. Hail in Tallahassee yesterday, windy. Yep. Junior Johnson was a bootlegger. You got that right. He was the man. Good morning, Harold from Idaho. Only one arm's working. Hope you're feeling good there, John, but I understand. Joe Ward from Charleston, South Carolina. Hey, listen, we got a softball tournament in the end of July. I need folks that live around the Greenville, Spartanburg area to let me know the cool place to get a hotel that's going to be around a lot of like local breweries and walking distance to like places, because we're going to be trapped there for 5 days. We're playing right smack dab in the middle of Greensboro, Spartanburg. So we're kind of open to both sides. But I'm trying to look at Google Maps and look at a good spot. I don't want to be in an interstate hotel. This is for the team. So if anybody's got any good ideas of some spots to have a hotel, reach out to, email me or message or figure out a way. Let me know. But anyway, back to the tropics. So next weekend we'll be at the Governor's Hurricane Conference down in West Palm Beach. I'm really excited about that. We're going to be meeting a lot of fans. Governor Hurricane Conference, one of the biggest hurricane conferences there is. And so, yeah, I'll be down there for getting an award I'm excited about. And if you're down there, make sure you say hi. And I'll be hanging out. I got one of our supporters is a big damage cleanup contractor that does a lot of hurricane work. And I just got an email from them. They started back in Katrina days, I believe. So I'm going to be at a booth Thursday. So it'll be really easy to find, and I'll announce that. So if you're at the GHC next week, make sure you come by and say hi. Watermelon sugar, hi. So anyway, there's no tropical development right now, obviously. I have been teasing a lot about possible tropics coming next week. So let's talk about that. That's what we got to talk about. Talk about. So we got a big storm system right now today. Let's I don't think this map's going to show it. I guess it kind of shows it a little bit. Maybe. Maybe. Big storms today in Texas and Oklahoma. Let's try to find a good map here. Let's pull up the water vapor loop here for continental U.S. And we will leave it there while we chit-chat a little bit. Let's just pull it in. Where the heck's the animation loop? Do we have an animated loop? Animated GIF. This one's probably better right here. Animated loop. What are you guys doing? Go over there. Kiss somewhere else. They like to kiss each other. All right, so here is the map here of what's cooking. Look at this big low pressure system. This is incredible watching. So let me make it, let's do it longer range. And I wonder if I can make it bigger. Nope, that's as large as it goes. Okay. All right. Come on, I can't hear. No, come on. What are you doing? No. Come on. Jamelia Rooney, what's up, Cape Cod? How's it going? Vived, good morning. Peggy, good luck. Thank you, appreciate that. Alex, we're going to talk about Alex. For sure, for sure. Heather in Tampa, what's up? Gotta love Tampa. I love Tampa. All right, you guys calm down. They're doing better. Lay down, boys. There you go. Lay down. Golf Breeze, Olivia, what's up? Peggy, weather's been crazy. Yep, spring season full effect. Valerie Bauer, good morning. Kenneth, good morning. We got a lot of good mornings. Thanks. Vicky's tardy to the party. Shelly just shared all our links. Yep, we're also on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and all that other good stuff. All right, so here's what we got. Look at this. I got to make sure they're not licking each other. Hey, go lay down. Get like 2 more days. You got to let your wound heal before you can be free again. Look at this low pressure system. All right, so look at that sucker. Incredible, right? This little guy is bringing a lot of storms today for Texas and Oklahoma. Tornado threats high. EF2 hatched area, we'll show you that. Northern Texas and Oklahoma today could be some tornadoes. Now this system, this is going to be crazy to watch. It actually gets blocked by a high pressure system, and it's going to turn, and there's a really good likelihood this thing could cross Florida. Go, I'm going to have to separate you two. Go lay down. There's a good chance this thing could cross Florida middle week next week, Wednesday, Thursday. Now, there's a brief window this thing could become subtropical, maybe, likelihood. If it's going to be anything, it'd be subtropical. But watch this. We're going to be tracking this through the week. And this low pressure that we're seeing here now is actually going to make its way across the United States. It's going to exit here like Sunday, Monday. It's going to get blocked by a high pressure system here that's going to be building in from the north. And it's actually going to turn south, which is really kind of odd. Usually these things get picked up by fronts, and race on out of here. But this little guy is showing signs that we're going to have a weak low pressure system somewhere in the Atlantic middle next week. And that means that we're going to see a lot of wind across a big chunk here of the East Coast. Wind and waves. We're going to have a strong northeast wind early next week. And some storms and rain chances as this thing gets close to the coast. And it's definitely going to bring some rain towards Florida in the southeast middle of the week. Whether or not it's organized or not, we'll have to wait and see. But if it does, it's probably a 99.999999999% it would be a weaker tropical storm, if anything, or subtropical, if anything. So don't get worked up. I don't mean to work people up by naming it, because it would be named Alex. Doesn't mean that it's going to be anything too bad, just rain. But it always is intriguing to get that first storm, because that like wakes the season up. The media gets really into it. You'll hear it everywhere. And let me find a graphic we shared Monday. But it's a good graphic. It's a real graphic. But props to the Weather Channel for putting it together. These are all the storms that have developed in the month of May, right here. And that's it. And that's from 1950 to 2021. And I got to drink some coffee. How about that? I hope everybody has their Louis cup for the season. The official coffee cup of our page, Coneheads. So, hunting, fishing, hiking. John, appreciate that. Yeah, 4 to 5K. Well, the only thing about our big, so when Facebook was huge, that was the only platform we were on. Now we're streaming live on Twitter and YouTube, so we're going to be split up a little bit more. But anyway, somebody's watching from Toronto. Hey, you be nice to our Lightning, by the way. Not really a Lightning fan. I mean, hockey fan, but I do know. Hey, Eric Killamore, how's it going, Eric? Sandra, good morning. Kimberly from Niceville. Oh, is everybody nice in Niceville? Jeremy from Panama City. Awesome. All right, so May storms. I know I talk about it a lot, but we've had a named storm in May and April the last 7 years in a row. So, not uncommon. At all. These are all from old fronts. These are all systems that originate across the continental U.S. and end up making their way, down, and that's what we get. So this system we're watching maybe next week is the same thing. We're going to have this general area here off of the Atlantic coast. So we'll see. No big chatter about it. I'm the only one talking about it. So there's what we got today. There's our low pressure spinning. You can really see it spinning here on satellite. See how big I can make it. That's about as big as I can make it right there. That's not too bad. It actually came full screen. So there you go. So there's our low. This little guy right here is going to be what we're watching next week. It's going to make its way across and come back around. And that'll be interesting to watch. Fascinating to watch, I think. Pretty stoked to see it. All right, so storms today, as we mentioned. Here's your storm map. Now, listen, we got the green across the East Coast. These are not expected to be tornadic cells. These are supposed to be, squall line supercells. And they're talking about, big wind and hail. So the likelihood of tornadoes on the East Coast, at least, officially, not showing any 2%, 5%. So, still pay attention. But we could see some storms later today along, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia. This is the area today we're watching. Look, check out this tornado map. We got a hatched area across northern Texas and Oklahoma. So that's, good likelihood of an EF2 plus. Tomorrow, the storms shift a little bit more towards the east, getting a little closer down into Louisiana. Tornado threat at 5% now, so we could see tornado watches tomorrow as our system starts that trek eastward. So not, more the same for people in the south. As we get into day 3, this would be Friday. Look at that, stretching down onto the coast into Florida. So we got to pay attention to that. We could have some storms on Friday down into the upper Gulf area, and including a lot of our viewers in that area. So far, they're just saying thunderstorms with wind damage and hail. Still 3 days out to really know for sure about tornadoes or anything. But obviously, anytime that you get storms in off of the Gulf of Mexico, we could have an isolated chance of that. So anyway, storms, Friday. We'll look at some radar to get an idea of timing here in a little bit. And we'll see what happens. All right, then look at this. We go to day 4, day 8. Look at this. So day 4, this would be Saturday storms, Sunday storms, and Monday storms. So everything stays back kind of where you expect this to happen this time of year. Here's Saturday, here's Sunday, and then Monday. Storms going kind of north Monday, up into Minnesota, and inching towards northern Wisconsin, and could be some storms. So that's what we're watching there. Let's take a look at some maps now, the fun stuff, and take a look at what we got. So let's start out by looking at all of our tropical maps. Nothing's really showing signs of any development. And I did want to point this out earlier, and I didn't post it yet, but I should have posted it. But look at this. This is what we're going to see on the big map. So likelihood. This is a great map. This is another good tropical predictor map. But it's always a race between the Pacific and the Atlantic. Who gets going first? Usually, history has Pacific getting started a little bit before the Atlantic. So long-range models are now showing the Pacific might get started early. Pacific has a different set of names. But that is starting to show up on models, and I'm going to show you here in a second. But we could see systems developing in the Pacific before the Atlantic. And this is also showing up here on our long-range global tropics hazards map. And there's 2 things I want to show here. Ugh. All right, so I'll zoom in. I know what they mean, so I can just zoom in here a little bit. All right, there we go. Now, 2 things. The week of May 4th, that would be today, to May 10th. This is not good for people that don't want heat. But look at this brown. That is like upper third record heat possible. Now, I shared a lot of that yesterday. But we're talking all the way to Mississippi, north of Texas, extreme heat this next week. We have a continuation of it into middle May May 11th to May 17th. And this is starting to touch the Florida Panhandle. So this is excessive heat. And when they say excessive heat, and then here's the last thing I want to show you, then I'm going to zoom it. There's our tropical possibility for May down in the Pacific. So we can see that, but look at this. So when you see the brown, this dark brown, 7-day temperatures in the upper third of historical range. Very high confidence. A big part of the U.S. central area, all the way down the Gulf Coast, is going to be in the upper third of historical range of temperatures, and that's going to extend down into the next week, into a little bit more of the east. 7-day upper third of historical range. So yucky. Now it's only May. That means for this time of year, anomalies. What's that mean? I don't know. Could be a long summer. We showed some yesterday. They're talking about hundreds tomorrow or next Monday. Sunday, Monday next week. Upper hundreds in lower Texas. Maybe upper 90s in Louisiana. Gulf is now 83. The water's all over the place. All right, what's up, Captain Hubbard? All right, so let's talk about what's coming. This is our shot at the tropics. We'll just start out with GFS. We'll go to tropical tidbits. We love tropical tidbits. All right, so here's what we got. All right, low pressure. All right, so we're going to watch this low pressure today. And you can really see it on the anomaly map at 500 millibar map. But this is basically what we got. So here's through today. Here's through tomorrow. There's our low pressure. So we got a low pressure system coming across the central U.S. And it's pretty deep pressure, 1,000, 1,002, 1,004. And here's what we got. So when it pops out here, this is Sunday. And here's Monday. And here's high pressure system to the north. And high pressure building to the east. So a little bit of window. We'll see how organized it is over land. Ironically, we've seen systems halfway decent over land, and it doesn't take very long for them to get over that warm Gulf Stream and try to spin up into a little something. Another map I use a lot, this global hazards map here, or ensemble map, and it blends in all these models. And this takes a blend of the Navy, Canadian, Euro, and GFS. But a little bit of color. Yellow means, 30-40%. Disregard this. This is all feedback stuff around here. This never really is anything, but this is real. So hey, we'll see. We look at the let's look at the whoops, wrong map. I always start out the wrong side of the world. This one. There we go. Like I said, disregard this. This is nothing down here. But there's your general path. These are the ensembles for GFS, but you can see that's the same thinking with the Euro. So weak low pressure system gets blocked by high, and it's going to find a way to come south a little bit. Now let's go back to tropical tidbits. You can see nothing really, nothing to organize big time to worry about, like I said. But it is closed low, and it is drifting towards Florida and the southeast. This is next Wednesday. Weak system, but follow it. Let's follow the vorticity of it. This is really fascinating too. Watch this area right here. It's really neat to watch. This is the 850 millibar vorticity. This is the spinach in the atmosphere, but you can watch it come across, and there it plops out over the water. And it's if you look at the isobars, if you look at the wind barbs, you can see definite rotation. Getting in a lot of northeast flow around it. I looked at the shear maps earlier, and believe it or not, there's going to be a little pocket of light wind shear about the same time. But there you go, a little bit of spinach. Now, kind of neat, right? This latest GFS has it go more into Georgia. Again, it's weak. Don't be worried. There's nothing showing up as far as strong. But it is interesting. Follow this vorticity right here. This is next Sunday. And, we got a high pressure system to the north. Like I said, it's very uncommon to see a system go south. this early. Somebody said, what does that mean? I'm like, it could mean the high pressure is building in quick. Get a strong high pressure system locking over the Atlantic. It definitely influences things. Helps warm up the waters a little quicker, and helps steer systems more around, less likelihood of a recurve. So, stronger high pressure system over the Atlantic for the season enables our systems to impact more of the Caribbean and, of course, coastal U.S. But this is, that's all. So we'll see. Look at that. Now, if we look at the actual rain map, you can see a little tight trying to circulate, big broad low. That's, usually means, if anything, it'd be subtropical because it'd be more widespread. But there you go. So I'm still fascinated watching this thing. We're going to see. Little window. A lot of times these models don't take into account the effects of the Gulf Stream. And it'll be interesting to watch. So, if you're worried about rain and stuff, this is next Wednesday, Thursday. I keep saying the southeast of Florida. And it could scoot itself across Florida, and, then it gets picked up by another front. So it kind of does a loop-de-doop. It kind of goes, rrr, rrr, rrr. The core of it. That's not going to be a storm. That's just the juice. The juice. You ever go to Jersey Mike's, get the juice? Jennifer Hawkins. We already have a spinach alert. All right, let's look at the euro. It's a cool thing on Tropical Tidbits this season, by the way. So Levi, over the winter, added the 6Z, 18Z models. That means before you can only access 00Z, 12Z, because to get the 6Z, 18, you had to have a paid site. Now he's offering it to everybody, so that's great. Another thing, the euro on his map now, he's got the precipitation models with the euro, which is great. So you can look at everything you need on Tropical Tidbits. Latest overnight euro 6Z, 18Z, they only go out 90 hours, I believe. Make sure I'm right about that. 90 hours. Longer range, the 00Z and 18Z. But here you go. There's the euro. Weak low pressure system. Kind of blobbing itself over Florida. Again, no real organization on that run. A little tighter in the 12Z yesterday. So, just keep an eye on it. Nothing quite obviously to worry about. But hey, we could be seeing an increase. Well, I'm going to show you the wind maps. There's a vorticity on the... Kind of cool to see, though, man. I'm really kind of excited to watch this thing play out. Kind of neat. I don't know. We'll see. A storm over Texas and Oklahoma might be influencing our weather off the Atlantic this time next week. All right, so winds. All right, so these are real life, things now. Regardless of name, regardless of location, we are going to see definite coastal winds here. So let's fast forward to next Monday. Look at that. Holy moly. All right, so there's that. All right, here we go. This is Sunday night. Let's just leave it here. I'm going to drink some coffee. You can see our little ISO bars here, tightening up 1,005. Remember, just a rule of thumb, anything above 1,000, I never want to tell people don't worry, but usually, once you start seeing pressure under 1,000 is when you really kind of should sit up a little bit more. So we're talking about something that's 1,005, which doesn't equate to anything too severe. But what else can we read real quick? Hey, Ray, is it Reggie King? We're going to talk about that. It could bring some wind and rain. So we're going to look at the winds now and the potential precipitation from whatever's coming. A lot of folks along the East Coast are hoping for rain because we have. Kenneth, I love Jersey Mike's. The only thing I don't like about Jersey Mike's is it costs an arm and a leg, man. You get like a sub for 3 people are there, it's like $40. But it's good. I feel guilty. I get the BLT there, and it's like the best BLT ever. Oh my god! And then they asked me if I want cheese on it. I'm like, no, I want BLT. Want anything else? No, I want a BLT. Reggie, there you go, Reggie King. So hey, if you didn't notice it too, I think I announced it in the Brew Crew. But so Saturday I spent the day because everybody was working. So we upped the server on Saturday. So. Man, I had a shared IP server, which was still amazingly fast last season. There was a lot of outages last year. People experienced different websites. Were having problems with server overloads. And man, we knock on wood, we were lucky last season. Didn't have any. The story I always tell is back in the day when I had Yahoo web hosting, some hurricane storm back in the early 2000s. The website got so much traffic that an automated safety feature on Yahoo shut it down because it had so much. It thought it was getting spam attacked. So I panicked. We're in the middle of a hurricane and my site says, sorry, due to safety, we, temporarily locked this account. So I called Yahoo and they said that's an automated feature. Nobody knew how to unset it. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So we left them, obviously. But anyway, over the weekend, so I upped our account to a dedicated IP server, and it's supposedly got 2 CPU running it that's going to up the speed on demand. So excited about it. Not because I'm excited about a storm. I'm just excited that we got the power. If we ever end up with a lot of traffic, I should be good to go. So anyway, so here's the scoop. All right, so here's the Euro. We're going to show both. This is the GFS. They're both showing very similar pattern here. This is Sunday night. So the big wins, let's back it up just a little bit. And we'll focus a little bit more on this. So let's go to Saturday night. All right, so here, the frontal line, and by the way, we got rain chances. This is Saturday. This is going to be what's left of our frontal line. So we do have rain chances down in Florida on Saturday. It's an approaching front. If you're wondering why the rain chances are higher on Saturday, it's because we have the frontal system that we're watching now, the same one that might produce some Atlantic high spinach. So here's Friday. There's our frontal line. This is the rain. Here's Saturday. There's our frontal line. There's our occluded front. Warm front breaking off. But there's our rain chances on Saturday. So that's the frontal line. Later Saturday night, it's gone. So far, it looks like the timing of the Florida Peninsula is going to be later Friday into, unfortunately, Saturday morning time. Sunday, it's all gone. Pretty much South Florida a little bit. This is your Sunday rain map. So if you're worried about the South, if you're worried about rainfall, let's show you that since I'm on the topic of rainfall. I always go here. This is a great way to see what kind of rain you're going to get and when you're going to get it. All right, so let's take a look at the southeast, and here's your 24 hour. Oh, now they got 6-hour rain. Oh, that's even cooler, man. When did they add this? Oh, it's so awesome. Oh my God, it's awesome. We got a new map. Cheers! 6-hour precipitation maps now. So now we know a little more pinpoint of when the rain's coming. Fruity Pebbles box. Who's talking about Fruity Pebbles box? God, I can eat me some bacon right now. Good morning, Ann, Weather Fam. Appreciate that. Dry weather for Miami Grand Prix, yes. And we also have NASCAR on the exact same time. Can you believe it? All right, so here's the line. This is pretty cool. Here's Saturday night. All right, let's go back up. Let's just take a look at the weekend rain. All right, so here is Friday night. Friday night rains. Friday night rains. Saturday overnight into the Saturday morning rains. So this is up till this is Saturday midnight to 7 a.m. So there's your rainfall overnight Friday into Saturday morning. So Saturday-ish, you can definitely see some rain across the Florida Peninsula. Saturday night, it's starting to lighten up a little bit. Overnight Saturday into here Sunday morning. So there you go. So that's not too bad. So there's Sunday. So Sunday looks great. So if you gotta pick a day this weekend to do anything in the southeast, Sunday is 100% your day. 100%. Look at that. Sunday morning rains till noontime. Early afternoon, nothing. Same time frame to Saturday, a little bit more isolated rains across Florida into Georgia and upward. So there you go. That makes sense. All right. So back to windy. All right. So here's what we got. Let's look at these big winds. So we go to Sunday morning. There's our low pressure off the coast of Virginia Beach. And we're going to start to see the big winds rolling in. That means New York. Look at that. Long Island. 40-mile-an-hour winds. Boston. All this circular motion here is starting to set up here for our low pressure system. So the big winds start north of the North Carolina, Virginia line Sunday morning. This is early Sunday morning, and we can have some big winds here across Delaware and New York. Then we get into time here, and they start to drift a little farther south. Here's Sunday night. So as we get into Sunday night, look at that. Some of these counterclockwise winds are going to be impacting Virginia down into the Outer Banks. So it's going to be a windy Sunday afternoon, evening, Sunday night. This is the Euro and the GFS, pretty close the same. Sunday night. So definitely Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, our low pressure will be setting up off the coast here of the Carolinas. Winds are going to start coming in a little stronger from the north. You can see it right here. Starts spinach, a little bit of spinach. Now we get into Sunday. Well, let's look at rain since we're looking at it. So as we add that, you're going to get a little bit of storm chances coming in attached to this stuff. So, we talked about Sunday being the best day for the southeast, but to the north, including, eastern Carolina, we're going to start to see these storms coming in on Sunday. And there you go, Outer Banks northward. So this counterclockwise flow here of storms is going to start coming in Sunday. So pretty much here south on Sunday is okay. But Sunday, Outer Banks north could have some storms rolling in to watch. All right, so let's rewind it or fast forward it. Let's go back to the wind map and see our little tightening. So Sunday night, we know the big stuff. Here's Monday overnight. Let's fast forward to Monday morning. So here's Monday morning, 1,008 millibars. There's some more winds for the East Coast, Outer Banks. 1,007. It's trying to get going. We got possibility. Like I said, high pressure building to the north. We'll see subtropical or not. We're starting to see some storms develop around it. Clear spinach. This is Monday morning, 7 a.m. And Jennifer, under the weather. Sorry about that. Hope you're feeling better. Who makes the server? Who's talking about weather stuff? I don't know. I pay third party for all that stuff. Nothing's coming off Africa yet. Alexis, good morning. All right, so that's a lot of isobars. All right. So here's Monday morning. Now, this is what we're watching. This is the storm map. The GFS has been trending a little bit more away from the coast, and then it turns it back a little bit more into the southeast. So that's the latest GFS. People asked about the Bahamas. Well, you get some storms. This is Wednesday, 1 p.m. It's going to be tricky. There's a Euro. All this energy getting pulled up. So yeah, Bahamas on Wednesday, later Tuesday night, definitely there's your Euro. So the Euro is a little bit closer to the coast. And what that means is we have a better shot at some coastal storms. This is Tuesday. So coastal storms possible as this comes in off the Atlantic. Definitely as we get into Wednesday. Some of these storms are going to start making its way into Florida, South Carolina, Georgia. This is Wednesday, 6 a.m. There's the Bahamas. So Tuesday night and Wednesday, definitely down Bahamas. Pretty random right now to know for sure. But as far as winds go again, there's our winds, and it's going to be windy. Charleston, the winds are going to be coming out at, the northeast. So hopefully you don't have any flooding unless our system decides to go more here. Then we could see maybe more winds into Charleston, because I know they flood easy. But your winds for Wednesday. So let's rewind the winds again. Remember, we talked about this. Monday the winds are going to continue here for the Outer Banks. Sunday night, big winds here Monday night across the Outer Banks. Definitely into Virginia Beach. These are pretty strong. And we can see 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Now, the Euro is always a little more hyperactive, but, you still got to show them. I mean, these are some strong winds, coming in. This is Monday night, 9 p.m. We'll see. A lot of possibilities there. All right, so then we go to Tuesday. There's our low getting a little closer to the coast. Now, these winds are going to be coming out of the north, so a little bit less coastal impacts. Still be whipping up off the water, no doubt. This is Tuesday morning. Big winds off of the Carolinas. Could be impacted a little bit more down into Florida, though. Look at this. Now that we're going to be seeing this getting closer to Brunswick, Jacksonville. So more than likely we'll see some sort of possibility of a coastal advisory coming, coastal flood advisory for Tuesday, if this pans out. And then there's our shift a little bit. Now, these are some still big winds rolling in. This is Wednesday, 4 a.m. So I think, as far as direct impacts from the winds, definitely Brunswick down to the Cape could see some big winds on Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. Now, the Euro's been trending a little bit more stronger winds. Here's the GFS. You can see the circulation. So this is where these winds could get tricky for the East Coast. If anything were to develop a little stronger, here's your Wednesday night winds. So, best shot of big winds coming in off the Atlantic would be later Wednesday as our low decides to come across. So, but hey, we're just talking about a broad, low, blobby system right now. Nothing that's anything to get worked up about, but it will impact some weather. Here's Thursday morning. And then it kind of gets pulled up to our next system. So I'm watching it. Very curious. I saw Weather Channel yesterday talking a lot about it. We'll see. We will see with an SEA. Everybody loves it when I say that. All right, what else we talk about? Vacation. I love vacation. We'll talk about microwaves. We got one of them when we had our kitchen remodeled. I don't know how we survived that few months where we were getting the kitchen remodeled, because we had people working here 24/7. It seemed like, but we got one of those microwaves that you in a cabinet that you pull out. You push a button and it comes out. It's not the traditional microwave anymore. They're actually building them in cabinets. It's like, so if somebody was trying to find our microwave, they probably would have no clue, because they're looking for it above the stove. And now the stove's in the island. It's not where the stove used to be. Now the stove's in the island. All right, so let's slow it down. Anything else we could talk about? Cynthia, what's up? So that's it. We talked about tropics, talked about rainfall today. Check this out. We got a moderate flood advisory today. Look at this. Lots of rain expected today. So we got some serious flood chances here across parts of Oklahoma. Red. And then tomorrow it stretches itself a little bit more towards Illinois, Indiana. So heavy rain. 24-hour rain map shows that. This is the amount of rain expected for 24 hours. So we could have several inches of rain here across Oklahoma today. So 3, 4, 5 inches of rain possible. That's a lot of rain in a 24-hour period. People ask about Florida weather. Let's take a look at that. So luckily the HRR yesterday, and I wanted to show you this too, just to talk about two things. Luckily the HRR saved my softball yesterday. By the way, our East Lake Eagles won. They beat our across the town rival Palm Harbor, and we are in the district finals tonight. Woo! So we are excited about that. Here's a map showing next Wednesday. There's our low pressure system next Wednesday. So we'll see what it does as it comes across and makes that bend south. We'll see. Warm Gulf Stream, water's hot. It's still cooler than normal though. But it's still hot enough to support tropical development. Not, right on that threshold. Let's go to Bay News 9. We can look at some real live temperatures here. Maybe not. 79. It'd be tough. That's why it'd be subtropical, cold core. But we've had a lot of systems in May. So subtropical, Alex, we'll see. We will see. All right, let's take a look at the rain. So back to my HRR. So we had a big high school game last night, and man, the models did phenomenal. They predicted a slight sea breeze, and it held off the rain. We had big storms just to our east, and they got to about 5 miles from us, and they dissipated. Mike, so that's a good question, Mike. We're not officially in the rainy season. I know. I watched the local news and they said we're not, but I don't know about that. It sure looked like it yesterday. We had a shelf cloud over North Pinellas. It was amazing looking with the sunset going down. Cynthia, something as an invest? Interesting. Did they call it officially an invest? Don't know. I don't think it would be yet. The system that we're watching is over middle part of the U.S. right now, so it's an invest would have to be an area that was already established. So technically, it's not even over water yet, but it is a investigated area. What the hell is a Wi-Fi coffee maker? Does that? Oh my God! Can I get something on Mother's Day, because that's coming Sunday? How about Julie hates coffee, but I'll buy it for her. Are you telling me that if I wanted a cup of coffee right now, I would just hit my phone and it would make it? Are you telling me that? Is that true? Are you kidding me? That is the definition of lazy. Because right now I got to go over there and put the K-cup in and wait for it and then get it. It's like, oh. Man. All right, so here's the rain today. Like I said, the HRRR is the most fascinating, the most amazing, the most badass model on the planet. You can find it everywhere. I have a nice link to it right here. But let's take a look at the rainfall today, as I got a bunch of people asking me for Florida. So real quick, here's the rainfall. So we got a bunch of juice off of the coast. Unfortunately, the Bahamas are getting wet. That probably means it ain't a good day in Coco Cay. And there we go. Here's the storms. Like clockwork. Noon. Look what happens. So, rainy season for South Florida, 100%. Noontime today, look, we'll start to see little popcorn storms down here in South Florida. Looks like they start on the East Coast first. This is rainfall today. There they go. Boom. Not a lot today. Very isolated today. So just basically an isolated day of rains today. Mainly I-4 south. So yeah, not a lot today. Very, very, very sparse coverage. All right, tomorrow. about the same. More center of the state tomorrow. Kind of what we saw yesterday. Not a lot of movement. Had hail. These little guys, because they don't move much, they grow upwards, and as they grow upwards, they can produce hail, cooler cloud tops up top. So about the same tomorrow. So look at that. Center of the state today, not a lot. Then tomorrow. So there you go. Popcorn. It's a popcorn storm forecast. Now let's spread it out. Let's show everybody. Let's look at the whole U.S. Actually, look at this. This is most of our people down here. And as always, I got to reset everything. So HRR, North America, Gulf Coast. Here we go. All right. So today, here's what we got. There's our big mess here. Storms later today. We're going to be watching out ahead of Texas and Oklahoma. There's those little dry cells popping up. As far as everybody else, we got a little weak line coming through Virginia north later this afternoon. These are the storms we're watching. Very isolated, but they're going to be enough instability in place that we can see some storms later this afternoon. This is why we have a dark green area. South Carolina, North Carolina, and Virginia. So there's your isolated storms. This is right here about 8 o'clock tonight. So it looks like those storms really don't get going until later afternoon into the evening hours tonight. You can start to see them here. This is like 5, 6, 7 o'clock tonight. So there's your storms that we're watching later this afternoon for the East Coast. And here's our frontal line through the day tomorrow. So here's noon tomorrow. Holy cow. Remember we showed that line even into the Gulf. So there's our line setting up tomorrow. This is noon tomorrow. Now watch. You can see our low. Oh, this is so cool. You can see it. Look at this low. So watch right here. As we go. Watch this area right here in a second. This is our low setting up. Right there. Right there. Look at the Oklahoma. Watch Oklahoma. You can see spinach. See it? Look at that. That's our low pressure system. Isn't that crazy? All right, so here's the line of... Oh, God, look at these line of storms. All right, so here's tomorrow night. Late. Oh, my goodness. All right, so here's tomorrow evening. Going into overnight hours tomorrow night, Thursday night. Look at that. There's our storms down to Houston, stretching northeastward. So tomorrow evening, tomorrow night, look at that. Line of storms. Going back to the Storm Prediction Center tomorrow. You can see this. On the map, there's our storm threat, and it actually goes into early part of Friday. So this is kind of a deceiving line. This actually starts late Thursday night, and this goes into Friday. So there you go. Look at this line of storms. This is pretty heavy looking right here. This is midnight on Thursday. Wow. Could be a stormy night down in the lower Louisiana. This is overnight Thursday into Friday morning. And then touching the Pensacola area Friday morning. Look at that. So Thursday night, rocking, man. Storms. I want to look at the vorticity map for the U.S. and see if we can see the spinach. Or we did earlier on Levi's site. But this thing's actually showing up pretty heavy on the 500 millibar too. Very, very strong mid-level low signature. This is really fascinating to me. So mid-level is very defined. Very defined. Very good signature. Look at that. So we're, man, it's crazy. So it's going to have spinach in middle. Wow. Kind of excited to watch it. Wow. Even the euro now kind of has it getting pulled in a little bit more towards the southeast mid-level. Man, that's pretty neat. Oof. We'll see. Let's see Windy. I think Windy has an option for I thought they had an option for mid-levels. Oh yeah, here we go. So here's more mid-level winds. So there's yeah, so there you go. Anyway, we'll see. Good mid-level circulation. It's just a matter of whether it reaches down the surface or not. And then looking back at the shear maps, I was looking at this earlier with Levi's site, as always. But the shear doesn't look too awfully bad for I don't know if we can go. I think we have to go tropics, Western Atlantic. So the shear for early next week actually has a little window here that you can see where the system is, and it's going to have, not a lot of shear. This is next Tuesday. So your upper level winds, not too bad. So, it's just two things it's not going to have is time, and the water is still a little chilly. So more than likely, any shot would be a subtropical Alex. Even the jet stream levels, upper level low, very defined. Wow. Interesting. We'll see. It's only Wednesday, so we have a lot of time to watch it. Watch, not watch, worry, whatever. So may the force be with you. All right. So my good buddy Greg Montgomery watching. I don't know. He's been a busy man, Mr. Firm Man. So everybody in the Brew crew, hope you saw our announcement. We're going to announce publicly here soon, but we got some exciting stuff coming up. As always, you can subscribe to our page. We got a link right here, and we have a lot of perks that we do for everybody. So check that out. It's a great way to support everything we do here. We are streaming on YouTube, trying to get that going a little better. Big thanks to Universal Roofing Contracting. If you ever need anything in Florida, 100% recommend them. They actually did Phil's house, and did a wonderful job. It's a veteran-owned company located here in Florida, dozens of years of experience. So great company. And talking hurricanes, we have to talk about roofs, roof damages. Hopefully not, and hail. I put this getting pulled over in a hurricane skit on the channel yesterday. It was funny. we were streaming live. Make sure you watch it. But the cop asked me why the heck am I going to Florida in the middle of a hurricane? So we're trying to do these little fun little videos. My crazy adventures. So far I got get pulled over in a hurricane, driving into the hailstorm, the power line explosion, and my tornado adventure. So we have 4 videos now in our crazy adventure line. So hey Michelle, good morning. What's up? Next Friday at Disney, Cassie. Well, next Friday is a long way away. I don't really want to go out that far yet. It's kind of very impossible this time of year to but there's our look at that, there's our Bermuda high pressure system starting to set in. So it's been fascinating. All right. So how about that? All right. Well, listen, we'll see everybody on Friday, and I'll keep an eye on this potential little something. I found a stash of this. Look at this. I'm gonna have to finish it right now. That was from Gatlinburg. I don't know what it is about the beef jerky places, but I always have to buy some. It's good stuff. This is a House of Jerky, black pepper. Hey, Mary, good morning. All right, well, hey, listen, we'll see everybody on Friday, and be safe. Middle part of U.S. Everybody else, kind of normal. So, if there is such a thing, I'm gonna go look into the Wi-Fi coffee machines now. That sounds fun. All right, we'll see everybody. Have a good one. Bye bye.